Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another trailer thoughts video, thanks to my good friend Efrey, who sent me an email letting me know about this trailer. It's a film called Final Score. I never even heard of this film before. Comes out, I guess, in September. Probably won't be getting a wide release. More than likely, it'll be VOD, DVD, Blu-ray. If it got a wide release, I'll be surprised. Like, wide enough that it's around here. Now, Final Score stars Dave Bautista, Pierce Brosnan. It's directed by Scott Mann, who is a very underrated director. He did The Tournament, which is a hidden gem of an action film. I think if you're an action fan, it's well worth to check out The Tournament. The Tournament came out, was like 2009 or 2008, like somewhere around there. And then after that, he did a direct-to-video flick, which I thought was pretty good, and I reviewed it on this channel, Bus 657, also known as Heist. And this one is, it's a lot like Sudden Death with Van Damme. That's what it seems like. That was, for those who don't remember, Sudden Death was Jean-Claude Van Damme film where it was Die Hard in a hockey arena. This is Die Hard in a soccer arena. I know most places in the world call it football, but we call it soccer here. And it looked like a fun movie. It looked like a fun time. And yeah, granted, the plot seems very similar to Sudden Death because both films deal with bad guys. They take over an arena of a sporting event, and they have bombs everywhere. And then one of the kids are involved. In this, it's Dave Bautista's niece. And Sudden Death, it was Van Damme's two kids. They get involved somewhere in the movie. And granted, the villains don't seem much of anything, because nowadays it's hard to have great villains in an action movie. I don't know why. Back in the day, we had John Lithgow and Cliffhanger. We had Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey in Under Siege. Even Powers Booth in Sudden Death. Nowadays, we don't get that a lot. Again, I don't know why. Despite those two things, this looks like an entertaining, fun action movie. Dave Bautista seems like he can hold his own. I like Pierce Brosnan. I don't know if he needed the accent that he carries in the trailer, but he is a good actor. And then it's funny, I mentioned Die Hard. Die Hard is 30 years old now, because Die Hard came out in 1988. And we had a Die Hard type of movie come out recently called Skyscraper, which I did not see, because I did not want to waste my time nor money on in the theater for that piece. It looked like a piece of shit. And it just amazes me, like, this film, Final Score, right? I guarantee you it had this amount of the budget that Skyscraper did. Skyscraper cost, what, $150 million or something? It's a big flop. Good. Because Skyscraper looks like everything's in front of a fucking green screen. Everything. While Final Score looks like a lot of it's real. Real locations, down and dirty fights, real motorcycles, a real arena. And guess what? People appreciate that. They really do. And it just amazed me. Like, you would think if you had a bigger budget, that means you'd have more freedom to do more real stuff. But no. Final Score has a fraction of the budget. To me, it looks better and bigger because they're doing it, a lot of it for real. Skyscraper looked like a fucking shitty video game because every scene looked like a fucking cutscene from a video game. So, Skyscraper looked like shit. This one looks pretty damn decent. And again, I thought Bautista seems like he can hold his own. Little bits in the trailer I liked. I liked when he took the fire extinguisher and knocked the guy off of his motorcycle. You got fisticuffs, you got gun battles. Speaking of sudden death, you even have the moment where, like, remember in Sudden Death when Van Damme is hanging and the hockey rink is down below. Here is Bautista hanging and the soccer field is down below. So again, very much like Sudden Death. But that doesn't bother me. Maybe because Sudden Death, I like Sudden Death. It's not in my top 10 favorite Van Damme movies, though. I know it's in most of people's top 10 Van Damme movies. I like Sudden Death with Van Damme, but again, the problem I have with, like I said in my review of that, because I reviewed pretty much all of Van Damme's movies. I did like a marathon from like No Retreat, No Surrender to his recent one, Blackwater. I have a playlist on my channel for those interested. I reviewed all of his movies, and in my Sudden Death review, I'm like, it's a good film, but there's a lot of Van Damme stand-ins and fight doubles, and that hurt the film a lot for me. Sudden Death, like every fight Van Damme's in, there's fight doubles, and I could clearly see the fight double. I'm fine with a stunt double, but come on, a fight double. But I think that's during his time of cocaine usage, so I'm guessing they had to film a lot of stuff without Van Damme. But if you rewatch Sudden Death again, you pay attention to the person, Van Damme's character, and those fights, like, wait a minute, that guy's face is not Van Damme, and wait, that's not Van Damme, so that... Play that game when you watch Sudden Death. Spot the Van Damme double during the fight scenes. When you can play that game, it does hurt that film for me. But anyway, final score, I look forward to it. Again, it's nothing original. It's nothing new. But it looks fun. And at the end of the day, that's what I want. Fun. And if you don't do this kind of stuff, do it, a lot of it for real. Not everything on a fucking green screen. And yes, sometimes those films can be fun too, I'll admit. There are always exceptions to the rule. But if you're doing a Die Hard type of movie, at least with that kind of flick, you should make a lot of it as real as possible. Skyscraper, maybe that's what you should have done, and you would have been a hit. Instead of a fucking parody. Is that what you look like, a parody? But yeah, those are just my brief thoughts on Final Store. Figure no one else is going to talk about it, or if they do talk about it, they'll just make fun of it. Because let's face it, most people nowadays, they don't want these kind of movies, because we're in the era of comic book movies, or remakes, reboots, sequel reboots, all that stuff. But this one seems like my kind of movie. So thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you for more videos later.